happening right now. Demand number one, Senate Democrats, get your head out of your ass. Senator Chuck Schumer, I'm talking to you. Vote no on cloture, or we will do what we do best, and we will rally the troops to make sure you never see a re-election. You will not win a seat in this Senate, in this Congress, without the support of these veterans. Vote no on cloture now. Demand number two. Get his ass out. He needs to go now, not yesterday, and tomorrow's too fucking late. What does he know about efficiency? What does he know about patriotism? What does he know about government? He only knows what's in his best interest. How dare we allow this? Get him out. Demand number three. This is our final demand. House Democrats, you have what you need. Trump has done enough. Impeach him now. You cannot pass executive orders that are in direct violation of our Constitution. You can't take an oath to the same Constitution that you wipe your ass with. You cannot come in and day out and ignore the courts, ignore the legislative branch, ignore the checks and balances. You cannot call yourself the law as he has done. This is grounds for impeachment. House Democrats, that's your sign. Impeach him now. Do your job. Lastly, the last thing I want to say is to the people standing here today, especially the veterans of this country. That's what I'm going to tell you now. Leave here. As I came in, they come and said hi to me. By the way, I appreciate you, love you, thank you for the support. I asked them, where'd you come in from? Colorado, New York, Washington, Connecticut. So that means when you leave here, you will go back home to Connecticut, Vermont, New York, Colorado, California. When you get there, organize. When you get there, organize. We, the people, have more power than the people in power. But if we don't organize, it means nothing. I was talking to Senator Booker last week, and he said something. He said something I agree with. He said, if you look back to all the movements in this history of our country, civil rights movements, women's suffrage movements, all right, all the movements throughout time, we can list them all. It all involved people in the street. It all involved a mass organization of people. And I know that everybody's waiting on somebody to do it. Here's your sign. That wasn't loud enough. Here's your sign. So I'm going to close out on this. If you're a veteran in this group, I want you to join me when I say this. I state your name. Do hereby solemnly swear. Or affirm. Or affirm. To defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Against all enemies. Foreign. Go ahead. Love you guys.
Defeated. The people united can never be defeated.
The people united can never be defeated. The people united can never be defeated.
I said it at the beginning of the day, and I want to say it again. By yourself, you are a drop of water. Together, we are a flood. And flood is what we gotta do. I'm pleased and honored to introduce this next veteran. Please make some noise for the Honorable Jesus Manuel Valenzuela.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today. I've been traveling all over the United States. I have an RV which is parked right there, and I call it the RV of justice. In 2008, my brother came over to my house and I asked him, middle of 2008, hey, have you got your VA benefits? He said, no. Come on, man. I took him to the VA hospital and we signed up for benefits. We both were in Vietnam. He was there in 68, 69 Army with a Bronze Star. Thank you. And I'm a Marine. I was there in Vietnam in 71, 72. We did a lot of, I don't even want to say anything about this. But anyway, it gets to me, all the things we had to do. But from all this that's been here, I've been traveling all over the world. I've been in this place right here, the Capitol, the White House, the monument there. Everywhere I've been fighting the deportations of military veterans. In 2000, so. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Flip out the mic.
Hello.
Someone asked what's going on. It's the veterans rally. It's basically against Doge and Trump.
We are one. 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 We are one.
Hello. There you go. Okay, coming back to all this. When we volunteered to go to, got our benefits. We went and signed up for benefits middle of 2008. Well, January 5th of 2009, I got a letter from Homeland Security to appear in court to be deported from this country, to go to Denver. So January 29th, I drove to Denver, and I could not believe it. The judge goes, hey,
No, they're
where's your
against
lawyer? I said,
cutting
"Why do I
down the
need a lawyer
VA
for?"
and like
You know?
Doge. If you look
And
up
he goes,
Doge,
Mr.
they're
Valenzuela, your
anti-Doge.
proceedings to be deported from this country. I said, Your Honor, I'm a Marine. That's right. And I fought in Vietnam. And I'm a Marine, you know? And he goes, it don't matter. I said, what? Yeah, it does. And then I said, he goes, Homeland Security, what do you say? You're going to have to go get yourself a lawyer, and go in 30 or 40 days more, you're going to come back. I said, whoa. On the way home from Denver to Colorado Springs, halfway to the house, one of my brothers called me up. Mom just died. I said, what? So I drove straight to the hospital and I saw my mom. And I said, wow. And all my family were there. I said, to myself, I'm not going to say nothing about me here.
No.
It's her day.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We love you. We love you. We love you.
Anyway, I didn't say a thing about it, so I just took it. And then later on, I was working on paperwork about her death. And I saw a paper saying my mom was born in Lubbock, New Mexico, in the United States. I was like, yeah. Six of us were born in Mexico and 6 in the United States. Mom and Dad were busy. I mean, it was beautiful. 8 brothers and 4 sisters. I mean, that was something. We were working in the fields and all that, but the idea is coming back. I was looking at the paperwork and I said, well, there's something about my mom being born in the United States. Yes! So I said, so I got the document, and then about the next month, my brother came to my house, and he looked like hell. I mean, I said, hey bro, what's wrong with you? He goes, take a look at this. The same document that I got, he got to be deported from this country. I said, whoa. I said, I'll be right back. I put it on the table.
Okay, well, I'm a journalist.
I went to my room and I forgot
and
mine.
there's a few people on stage covering their faces, but most people here are not.
Oh, you too?
So I'm not covering my face. I'm extremely well known.
Goes to show you, when we apply for benefits, military benefits.
Do you guys want to see the signs? I can walk around and show you the signs.
Right, and we did. He saved. He got a Bronze Star. He saved 2 FBI agents interrogating the Viet Cong. And then he got loose, and he got them all beat up, but he got in there. He saved them. The idea is, I found out that second that we went and filed for benefits, they find ways to get rid of us. You know what I'm saying? That money right there, every veteran that puts his life on the line, when he lifts his hand and gives the oath to protect America, 100% American. He puts his life to be American, and people that come from other countries like,
yeah, this is Washington, D.C., but I think every state capital has one.
American citizens. And veterans have been deported without us. None of you be here.
We're going to walk around. I'm going to show you guys what's going on here.
All this freedom is because we put our lives on the line to protect it the rest of our lives. I'm doing it now still. I got that RV, and I want everybody, before I forget, when this is over, all of you are welcome to go on that side of that fence right there. You see my RV, and we'll take a big picture. Whoever wants to around it, when you guys are invited, take a picture of it. But the idea, we have to keep fighting, because it's very important that this president of the United States, I do tell him, by the way, when he was president, way back, I wrote him a letter. I wrote him a letter way back when I got the removal notice from me and my brother. I asked him to help us.
The permit was only for a few thousand. It wasn't meant to be that big.
I wrote all the things that's been happening about veterans being deported. I got a letter from him. You know what I'm saying?
It's also been going on. It was supposed to end at 1.
I don't believe it. You know what he
I
said?
thought I was going to miss the whole thing. So it's not small for me. It was supposed to be like 2 hours ago.
Situation. Oh, thank you for your service. I said, what? That's the kind of commander-in-chief we have here? That I believe in the United States of America, a commander-in-chief should be a military veteran or a soldier. That's supposed to be. Because that's the commander-in-chief of the military. We don't have a commander-in-chief in the military up there. He's just a sisilala and what's it? To me, that's a disgrace to America and all the countries of the world. See how ugly this person is here. It's violating our oath that we always said. We never leave nobody behind. All right? Never. And I carried him from Vietnam. I carried wounded. You don't do this. So to everybody, sympathize to all of you. And you can all come in. We take a picture, and I'm going up back to Colorado Springs, and I'm going to say, you know what, Veterans of Peace, they've been following me around all the time.
Well, Biden's not president, so why would anybody have a protest for him right now?
And all you other groups here, And I'm very proud, and thank you all to let me
So
speak out.
Biden used to be the president, and then we had an election, and Biden stopped being the president 2 months ago. It's very hard to keep up, I know.
Let him hear it, everybody. We got a couple more speakers. Hang with us. We're going to give you some calls to action for today, tomorrow, and the next day, and some general calls to action. Just stick with us. We've got a video now. How many of you listen to the podcast Gaslit Nation? Okay, well, I was expecting a bigger response. Well, if you don't, you should. It's incredible. The host of the podcast is named Andrea Chalupa. She's an authoritarian expert and documentary filmmaker. She was with us in January, and she's going to join us now.
Well, then turn the fucking thing off, dude. Don't fucking watch it if you're so sad about it. Sounds like all you're doing is bitching and crying.
From the podcast Gaslit Nation. I'm also the writer and producer of the journalistic thriller Mr. Jones about Stalin's genocide famine in Ukraine, a film that shows that Russia has been trying to viciously...
They are going to Fox tomorrow. Tomorrow's Fox and Sunday is the Heritage Foundation.
A very long time now. And Putin is just the latest dictator in Moscow, trying to kill off as many...
There were some good signs earlier, but I wasn't live. I put them up on
towns and cities,
Twitter and Blue Sky.
Using mass murder, using buying off useful idiots in the West, like Trump and Vance, to do this. It's history repeating. And if you want to see this history, watch my film, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, that's a couple
of building. For free from your local library. There's some streaming services that you could rent it from. There's also a book called In the Shadow of Stalin, the story of Mr. Jones. I'm telling you all this because as someone who has researched Kremlin aggression for decades, it's playing out.
Oh my god,
like
you're fucking, who is this spam idiot
the way
here?
The Kremlin operates is
Block.
that they
Report.
carry out a lot of horrible
How do I block you?
acts of war against their closest neighbors. They start with state propaganda because all genocides begin with hate speech. So they take to the air in TV and radio stations.
You can be as annoying and stupid as you want in my chat, as long as you don't mind that I am going to call you a fucking idiot, but you cannot spam the chat.
And it doesn't stop. Why does it not stop? Because Russia is committed to have its empire back. Instead of taking care of their own people, investing in their own people and building a strong, stable democracy, which would be risky to the ruling oligarchs who would lose their power.
Yeah, last time I saw, I've only seen this, so people don't know, there's this lunatic live streamer named Big D or something like that. I've seen him twice in my life. Once I was with El Reeve from CNN, and it was inauguration, we were in front of the jail, and he started like screaming at us that we were Antifa. And then the next time was at CPAC when he was harassing someone I know and trying to record my phone, I think. I don't know. We need to put Zyprexa in the water. If we're taking fluoride out, we're putting Zyprexa in.
What you see playing out in the US is just the Kremlin's playbook, going back a very long time now. They did this under the Soviets and they're doing it now under Putin. And it's not surprising to any of us.
This is really cleared out. It was much bigger earlier. I should have gone live. I didn't plan to be here this long.
Who predicted that we were headed towards a war in Ukraine, who predicted that Donald Trump was just a... The reason why he sounds like a Russian asset is because he is. Now the institutions that were supposed to protect American democracy, American sovereignty, failed us. Merrick Garland clung to norms while Republicans were setting those norms on fire. That failed us. And
Klonopin will take two. Yeah, whatever.
Congress,
it'll make people chill.
They could have been fighting for a ban on Trump and other traitors to our country, other seditionists who were part of Trump's violent attempted coup on January 6th.
Dog.
The Democrats could have stand firm with the U.S. Constitution and say, according to the 14th Amendment, Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah, there are lots of vets here. In fact, many of them are
aided him in
speaking.
Congress
There's people
on
like,
January 6th.
I mean,
Their
I
violent attempt
demand
to
they show me
overthrow
identification and
the will of
proof,
the people.
but I'm not doing
They
that.
should be banned from
If
holding
someone
office.
is saying
That
they're a
should
vet,
have
I'm gonna
been
assume that they are.
the big mission in the
Lots of people
weeks
have
that
posted about
followed
being here,
January
like
6th,
online. You can look at that. You can go
2021.
through Ford
So the
Fisher has had a
Democratic
live
Party
stream up this whole
establishment
time.
told us.
I think he does it on
Now,
YouTube too, so you should be able to
every
rewind. You can
single
watch.
official,
He's in all the
every
speeches.
single
Lots of
patriot
vets here.
left in America's crumbling institutions
Don't know what to
need
tell you.
to believe their eyes and ears of what's happening. Trump, Musk, and Vance are destroying America from within. They're moving very quickly because this is a purge. They are openly, gleefully destroying people's lives, ripping away their jobs, ripping away what's left of their safety nets to stay alive. Social Security, Medicaid, all of that is on the chopping block. They're going for all of it. Why? Because they are traitors to this country, trying to destroy America within so that we will be easier to conquer, so they can establish a dictatorship and keep us in check. Same dictator playbook that Putin used to consolidate his power in Russia. And they're going to rule over the ashes of what was once America and join the immense wealth and lack of accountability of the Russian oligarchs. And together they're going to rule the world in their spheres of influence, in their little neighborhoods. That is the plan here. We're seeing it play out. Our time to stop them was years ago, but again, our institutions failed at that all-important job. And so now, to the patriots who are left among us, who have any lever of power, no matter how seemingly small, you need to use it now. You need to use it now. We need to use everything that we have, marching, protests, even showing up to the offices of Democratic officials demanding that they fight. And if they're too tired or scared to fight, then step aside and let someone else do the
More
fighting.
people were
in
here.
their
I mean, this
place.
has been going
They
on
shouldn't
for-
be there in this moment.
This has been going on for 2.5 hours. It was supposed to end.
We also need to write letters, be vocal on social
Actually, it's
media.
been going on. It's
run
been for
office.
3.5 hours. It was
Primary-
supposed to end at 1. It was
primary
supposed to end 2.5 hours
representatives
ago.
who are useless right now. We need to understand that they are scared of us, just like Putin is, and the Russian oligarchs are afraid of the Russian people. That's why they have so many laws to try to contain them and that Russia can be stood up to, that Russia can be contained. Remember, Kiev was supposed to fall in 3 days. It's still free. So the Ukrainians showed us the way. And the only way is being brave, being strong, and standing up to these idiots. And we are going to do that together. There's more of us than there are them. And cavemen that just want to club us over the head and drag us back in the cave. Like they're
So
dumb,
EC123
okay?
hates
So have
journalists
confidence
and the freedom
in
of
their
speech.
stupidity. Have confidence that
It's
they're
really
scared of
sad.
us.
I
Have
thought
confidence that
you would
there's
like
more of us
America,
than
but I
them,
guess
and
you
that
hate America.
together, we're going to get through this, but we need all of the patriots out there, wherever you are, to stand strong in our collective wisdom and our collective light, and know that this fight, ultimately, we will prevail. And if you need a guide right now, which I think everyone should have one.
Sorry, I have to pause this for a second.
Revolutions, revolts in Hong Kong, across the Arab Spring, and in Ukraine. And one thing we have to keep in mind, sometimes a revolution doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes generations, but those seeds are planted and they're undeniable. And I know this from, again, studying how authoritarianism works and resistance to those regimes. Everything we do matters. Everything we do plants an important seed for change. So don't give up on yourselves. Don't give up on each other. Fight like hell. And by doing this, we are breaking through their dam.
Why don't
and
you
building a better and brighter future for all of
watch
us.
a stream that isn't live, okay?
Ultimately, good
Go
will
back and look at
prevail
all the
for
veterans that
all.
spoke. We've walked past so many people in hats and veteran shirts. Like, I can't help if you're gonna be stupid and useless. You have to take some initiative and figure out, like,
Now
what
we've
is going
got a
on your
little
own.
musical interlude. Tom Dumstorff actually teaches Russian, but today he's going to teach us a Ukrainian folk song. I'll let him tell you about it and tell you what it means. Enjoy.
Okay, somebody's handing out handouts. You may have gotten some of them, so share if you can. basically, after Russia snatched Crimea in 2014, the Ukrainians, well, somebody came up with this wonderful little song. It only has 2 words and then a bunch of la 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 la, a bunch of la 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 las. Anyway, it means.
Based on your grammar, I'm guessing you don't pay a lot of taxes yourself, so I wouldn't worry about it, honey.
The first verse, Putin is a dickhead, and then the second verse will be.
You're good, Lenny. You're good.
The third verse will be Elon Musk is a dickhead, and then the fourth verse will be JD Vance is a dickhead. But first, you got to know the Russian word for dickhead.
All right,
Okay,
my phone's about to die because I thought this was going to be over 2.5 hours ago. So they are going to be at Fox News tomorrow and then the Heritage Foundation on Sunday.